Hello, Tube. Okay, so this is very impromptu. I didn't. You just got to mind the mess. All right, you just got to mind the mess. It's a new setup. I have no idea how well this is going to turn out. Um, just forgive me. Forgive me. Long time no see. It's been a very long time. It's been, I think, over a year. Yeah. But I have a little book to talk about today. It's a book right here. No Mud, No Lotus by Thich Nhat Hanh. This is one of those books that found me when I really needed it. And it's, you ever get those books that find you, or the movies or TV shows or whatever that find you when you need it? This is one of those. So I decided I better turn on the video camera and do a video. I think I want to title this Thich Nhat Hanh Made Me Come Back to Booktube. Yes, because he did. He told me I had to. Hopefully, I don't know if this is gonna be like a here I'm back and there's gonna be regular content again. It may not. I don't know. Just kind of depends. I'm just gonna have fun. When it's no longer fun, I'll disappear again for a year. That's all I can say. And I was gonna put the book over here, but I didn't want to block Ingve Malmsteen, so it's over here right now. So about the author, Thich Nhat Hanh, born October 11th, 1926 in French Indochina, which I assume is Vietnam. I don't know. I didn't actually look it up, and I'm not up to date on my early 20th century geography. So died January 22nd, 2022 in Vietnam. He was a Vietnamese Zen Buddhist. There is a much more complicated and exact name of it that I cannot pronounce, nor am I going to try. So, in 1967, Martin Luther King Jr. nominated Thich Nhat Hanh for the Nobel Peace Prize. There was no winner this year because Thich Nhat Hanh was not good enough, or any of the other people, so I decided not to hand it out. I don't make the rules. I don't know. He co-founded Plum Village Monastery with another dude that I probably should have copied and pasted the name, but I didn't think that far ahead. And it's near Bordeaux, France. So, which I think he went to during the Vietnam War, if I'm not mistaken. So the book itself, No Mud, No Lotus, it's a small book. Published December 2nd, 2014 from Parallax Press. A whole whopping 128 pages. And the dog is down here slurping. I apologize. And my chair is very creaky and I will not stop moving. So there's a lot of extra sounds going on right now. I understand. They're just going to have to deal with it. Thich Nhat Hanh. This is the summary. I stole this summary from Amazon because their summary is going to be infinitely times better than anything that I can do. So, hey, can you stop slurping over there? So he slurps faster and louder. Okay. Thich Nhat Hanh acknowledges that because suffering can feel so bad, we try to run away from it or cover it up by consuming. I don't do that. I am only 170 pounds, obviously. So we find something to eat or turn on the television, but unless we're able to face our suffering, we can't be present and available to life, and happiness will continue to elude us. Thich Nhat Hanh shares how the practices of stopping mindful breathing and deep concentration can generate the energy of mindfulness within our daily lives. With that energy, we can embrace pain and calm it down, instantly bringing a measure of freedom and a clearer mind. No Mud, No Lotus introduces ways to be in touch with suffering without being overwhelmed by it. When we know how to suffer, Thich Nhat Hanh says, we suffer much, much less. With a signature clarity and a sense of joy, Thich Nhat Hanh helps us recognize the wonders inside us and around us we tend to take for granted, and teach us the art of happiness. So, I should mention too that this, this book isn't just a run-of-the-mill self-help slop sort of a book. Like, Thich Nhat Hanh gives you things you can do to help build yourself up to different meditation techniques and things like that. He gives you answers. So many like self-help stuff. They basically just tell you how bad of a human being you are, how great the author is, and gives you basically no guidance. Thich Nhat Hanh's not like that. He gives you the answers you're looking for. And maybe it's answers to things that you didn't know that you needed answers to. So, but I want to touch upon a couple of things in this. Basically, one of which is Booktube. So I've been gone away from Booktube for about a year, and it wasn't fun for me anymore. There's a lot of things going. There's always drama, right? There's drama, and there's certain influencers that I don't particularly care for, and it's a me problem, right? It's not a you problem. It's not a them problem. It's a me problem. So I disappeared because it was no longer fun. I didn't like where the community it was or is or still is probably. I honestly don't watch a lot of videos anymore. So I just assume it's the same old. It could be completely incorrect. But one of the quotes that kind of stood out to me that kind of was like, it's kind of like how I feel about Booktube is, don't compare yourself with others. Just look to yourself to see whether you're going in the direction you cherish. Take refuge in things that are solid. If you lean on something that isn't solid, you will fall down. And that mixed with, I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos on Carl Jung and some of his philosophy and psychology or whatever. And another thing there is that you kind of are who you like when you're a kid, and if you're hang out with the bad kids, you're going to be the bad kid, right? Like, you're just who you are. If you're part of that community, that's who you are. And I guess it doesn't really have to be like that. I mean, I guess it could on the outside, but if you just don't care, then it doesn't matter, does it? Like, it doesn't matter. The thing about Booktube is that there's so many like really fun events, and the events is what kind of makes it fun. I don't know what better way of saying it. And so, to take part of the events, you're going to surround yourself with some people. Not every, like 95% of the people are wonderful. Don't make me. I don't want to make it sound like that. I don't like anybody. Probably even closer to 98% of people on Booktube are just wonderful people. But it's that couple that really kind of soured things for me, and I'm not gonna let them bother me, or not. They never bothered me, like, per se. I said that wrong. I'm not going to let them spoil my fun. If I want to make some Booktube content, I want to make some Booktube content. But another reason why I haven't been posting videos, I haven't been reading. This is the first full book, 128 pages I've read that wasn't school material since the last time I posted a video. Like, I just been so consumed with school and other things that I just haven't had any energy to read other things, which that is coming to an end. I'm 4 weeks away from getting my degree, so barring anything crazy, that is, I'm 4 weeks away. Like, it's wonderful. Let me tell you, it's been long. It's been a long journey. So, and so the other part is kind of more of a personal thing. It's my life has been a mess the last few weeks, to put it lightly. But here's some of the quotes that I grabbed from the book that's really helped me kind of uh, come back down to reality, kind of calm me, because I was so full of anxiety and sadness and anger and everything else that it was just all consuming. And that's why I'm saying this book really it found me at the right time. Like as soon as I started reading it, I could kind of feel everything kind of it's gonna be all right. So some of the quotes: the hardest thing to practice is not allowing yourself to be overwhelmed by despair. When you're overwhelmed by despair, all you can see is suffering everywhere you look. And that's kind of where my mindset was. Just various things, just normal stress and anxiety from work and school. And then there's something that happened with somebody that was close to me that I said things, they said things. It was a huge blow up, and I think eventually everything will be fine there. But it was really at the most inopportune time. We'll just say the least. And then there was a death on YouTuber died that the whole parasocial thing really hit me kind of hard, way harder than it should have. And well, I shouldn't say should have. It hit me harder. It hit me hard, and actually kind of sparked me to reach out to the person that we had words with. I was basically left on red, but I think eventually things will be fine there. It was dumb. It was a dumb argument. I went too far. They went too far, and it sucks. That's life. What are you gonna do? Our suffering also survives because we enable and feed it. We ruminate on suffering, regret, and sorrow. We chew on them, swallow them, bring them back up, and eat them again and again. If we're feeding our suffering while we're walking, working, eating, or talking, we are making ourselves victims of the ghosts of the past, of the future, of our worries in the present. We're not living our lives. And that's another thing. That's how my brain works. I could win the lottery, but if I'm like in the black hole of despair, it doesn't matter. The despair is way more energy consuming than winning the lottery would be. I'm sure a lot of you are probably the same way. Just we got to figure out a way of breaking that cycle. In our daily lives, many of us are in toxic environments and mutually reinforcing suspicion, competition, greed, and jealousy. Welcome to adulthood, where you go to work every day for 8, 10, 12, whatever hours for a company that doesn't like you, that they just want more and more from you. It's no longer a living wage because prices are up and everything else. It sucks, right? And it just sucks. But that's adulthood for you, right? We consume our environment as a kind of food, and its good or harmful elements seep into us. That's the thing. A lot of people, when you're in these toxic environments, you're kind of stuck there, right? You can't just quit your job or whatever just because you got bills to pay. Your bills don't stop coming in, right? So you just gotta have to find ways around it. Until you're able to love and take care of yourself, you cannot be much help to others. That's the whole, you put the oxygen mask on yourself before you help the person next to you, right? Or when somebody falls through the ice and then you go out to help them, all of a sudden now the rescuers have to rescue 2 people that shouldn't have been out on the ice. That sort of a thing. Nobody's perfect. No one's ever going to be perfect. So, it's a constant thing you got to work on, right? We need to master our own anger before we can help others do the same. Arguing with the others only waters the seed of anger in us. When anger arises, return to yourself and use the energy of mindfulness to embrace, soothe, and illuminate it. And that's the thing. I said things, they said things. It was very, it got heated, right? And I should have just walked away. I should have just been like, I'm done. This tried to come back when cooler heads avail. I blame myself for this. I just, I could have walked away. I whatever. It is what it is. You live and you learn, and you hope that you don't make the same mistakes the next time, but there's going to be a next time, right? Knowing that words can create happiness or suffering, I am committing to speaking truthfully using words that inspire confidence, joy, and hope. When anger is manifesting in me, I am determined not to speak, and that's exactly what I should have done. I should not have speaked. I should not have fed into it or anything else. Your true home is the here and now, because only in this moment, in this place called the here and now, is life possible. And that's kind of one another. It's kind of like you can't help another until you've helped yourself, sort of a thing. And it's just like one of those old classic things. But yeah, the book is, I don't know. Thich Nhat Hanh is one of those that I really need to read more of him. He's got like 9,000 books out there. I'm probably not that far off. That's probably not that much of an exaggeration to be truthful. He's got a lot of books out there, and I need to read more of them. I used to. I don't know if the videos are still up. I had like a 3-part series of one of his books, maybe 3 years ago. It's been a long time. A lot of those videos I had to take down for various reasons. I don't know if that one's still up. I should have actually looked at that before I started this. But Thich Nhat Hanh, such an amazing person. Such an amazing person. I don't know what else to say. He should have won that Nobel Peace Prize 60 years ago or whatever. He was robbed, but it is what it is, and I'm sure he didn't think much about it. I'm sure he didn't give it much energy, so neither shall we. I think that's it for this one, people. Comment down below. If you made it this far, comment down below a book or a movie or something. Maybe it's a person, an animal. Tell me about sometime something found you at the perfect time. I think that'd be something really good to have down in the comment section. I'll try to put a little comment with a sticky note or a pin it. I'll try to remember to do that. And so that way for people that didn't make it this far, maybe they'll see that comment and they will still comment something. So that's it for this one, peeps. I hope this wasn't too I very much could have went through and talked about all the times somebody wronged me or I wronged somebody else, and all this stuff, and try to keep it to more of the present moment, right? So yeah. Oh, and I should mention, I'll actually end it on this. So I mentioned I'm graduating in like 4 weeks. I actually got accepted to the grad program at SNHU. That's where I've been going. I've been going to SNHU. Got accepted to the grad program. It would be a completely ego-driven thing, because really master's degrees in IT don't really get you anywhere. But I really want to do it, and I think I'm going to do it. And I think I'm going to do it starting in 2026, because even though I could start in November, I need a break. I'm tired. I'm the type of tired that sleeping can't fix right now. So I think I'm going to take a few months off of school, kind of try to read. I'm only going to go part-time too. I'm not. It'll take me like 3 years. I don't care. It's a master's degree. It's not like, it doesn't need to be, I don't need to rush through it, right? It doesn't matter that much. I want to do it to say I did it. Yeah. So that's my good news. It's been a long, long journey. Maybe I'll do another separate video and talk about it a little more. Or maybe I'll do a live or something to talk about it. I don't know. We'll see. But that's it for this one, peeps. Cheers.